My easy Guinness pot roast is the type of meal that makes the whole house smell like comfort. It's really one of my favorite comfort foods when it's cold outside. It's made with carrots and onions, and it's slow cooked all afternoon until it basically falls apart in the Dutch oven. I'm going to show you how to get it to come out perfectly every single time. So let's start by preheating our oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit with a large Dutch oven inside. Pat your beef chuck dry with paper towel. This one is about 2.5 to 3 pounds. And I like to make a simple rub, so I mix together 1 teaspoon salt, teaspoon black pepper, teaspoon paprika, or you could just use some barbecue rub. You want to get that spice mix all over the beef chuck. Make sure to get the edges to really rub it in there. And of course, flip it over and make sure that you thoroughly season each side. One thing I love to do for slow cooked meats is to sear the outside. You'd be surprised how much extra flavor you get, so don't skip this step. Add 4 cloves of garlic that's minced plus 1 tablespoon olive oil to a pan on medium to medium high. You don't want the garlic to burn, so keep stirring it for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's fragrant and translucent. Turn off the heat of the burner before the garlic starts to brown, and you actually want to take out as much minced garlic that's cooked as possible, and you want to put that into a large measuring cup. Leave the oil in the pan. To make the braising sauce to the garlic cloves, you want to add 6-ounce tomato paste, a cup of beef broth, 2 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce, I hope I said that right, and a full bottle 12-ounce of Guinness beer. Stir that all up, and then we're going to bounce back over to the chuck roast that we seasoned, and we're going to sear it all over. This is where that garlic oil that's still in the pan comes in handy. You want to sear it on medium-high heat. Just keep moving it around the pan, and make sure to sear the edges too. Once all sides are brown, about 5 to 10 minutes later, it's time to assemble your Dutch oven. To the preheated Dutch oven, add 3 large onions diced in chunks and top it with the seared chuck roast. There's no way I was going to leave that extra juice behind. Then add a couple tablespoons of barbecue sauce on top of the chuck roast. Pour in the mixture you made with the Guinness beer. And around the beef, add in 4 carrots that have been chopped into large chunks. I like to top the beef with a little fresh thyme. It adds a lot of flavor. And then it's time to cook the Guinness pot roast in the oven for about 3 to 4 hours covered. And I wanted to leave this part in my video because I checked it at the 3-hour mark, and this is a good visual of what it's going to look like if the beef chuck is not ready. So I think a lot of beginners to cooking this method may not realize that if you can't shred it at this point, that you need to pop it back in the oven for another 30 to 60 minutes until you can really shred it up. So I popped the Guinness pot roast back in the oven, and this is what it looked like at the 4 to 4.5 hour mark. Look how easily it just tenderly tears apart with a fork. I don't even need the spoon here. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this beef is? See what happens when you cook it until it's tender enough to shred. It is so beautiful. And so I like to shred it up a little bit in the pot. I find that it keeps absorbing those really flavorful juices as it sits there. And since the Dutch oven is very hot, you could leave it there for 30 minutes or longer, and it'll still be perfect to serve. I sprinkle on a little freshly diced parsley just to give it a little green touch at the end. Guinness pot roast is perfect as is, but of course you could serve it over rice or some mashed potatoes. Ooh, that would be so delicious. If you love easy recipes, make sure to sign up for my Foodie Fridays email list. And don't forget, you can print out all the step-by-step recipes I share here at sipbitego.com. I know you're going to love this beefy dish. Make sure to check out some of my other slow-cooked favorites. I have so many new recipes coming for you this fall and winter. Delicious.